girl Jessie Q and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today's video is one that I am the absolute most excited for. This one was a long time coming because we are currently in the month of May, even though this was filmed in April. I have been meaning to do this since January, and this video is going to be the first video in my home style series, and that is a series that I'm bringing to you where I redecorate and make over my home with my husband. I am really excited for this series because I get to finally be as creative as I want in, you know, our shared space and really do what I want, and now I have the money to do it. So it's gonna take a while. This is going to be over a couple of not even a couple, a lot of months. You know, I'll try to see if I can do at least one space per month because we are furnishing where necessary plus decorations, and that could get a bit expensive, but that is the plan. So welcome to the very first video in my home style series. Yay! Alright, so for today's video, I am redoing our closet slash office, and we are calling it the Cloffice. Get it? Get it? All get it? It's Cloffice. And I'm really excited about it. Guys, it came out so good. So good. And I cannot wait for you guys to see it. It is absolutely amazing. So, no long talk. It's going to be a lot of work to get there, but I'm just really excited for you guys to see it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright everyone, so this is what we're doing today. This is our office slash closet. So we have a few books here on a shelf, a little fan because this is the only room that is not air conditioned. This is Kai's desk, so his setup plus the printers which are usually there. Then we have my desk, my setup, my machine. I have another one down there, and that is what the office section of this looks like. So all of these things, the shelves, the desks, the wardrobe, the chest of drawers, we got from brand source and we built it ourselves, right? So then we move into the closet section. So as I said, the chest of drawers that have my clothes, my racks with my clothing. So these are my racks with my clothing, and the wardrobe has Kai's clothing, and currently we are using this, which is one of those shelves, as our shoe storage. So we did a DIY and we built a new shoe rack so that this can go back to being used as, you know, book storage and so on. So I'm gonna show you guys in a little while what we're working with. This is our mirror, that's me, and this is what our office and closet looks like. So here's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to paint this entire room. It is currently a horrible purple color that I don't like. We are going to paint the entire room white, and we also have wallpaper, and we're going to cover the back of this with our wallpaper. I am going to clean up and organize the closet and the office, and I'm bringing you guys along with me for all of it. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so we are downstairs and we're about to start building it. I just wanted to give you guys the rundown. So we bought 6 sets or 6 pieces of 1x3 by 12 pitch pine. I believe this is what this is, right? What we did was we cut it down, so we have 4 pieces of 6 feet tall. We have 18 pieces that are 2 feet wide, we have 12 pieces that are 3 inches wide, and then we just have these. I believe these were right. These are 1 feet pieces that we're just going to use a few of them to brace, right? I'm also making a few shells, so that is why we have some, just leftover pine that we're gonna make into shells. So we've already cut all of this with the circular saw, and we sanded it all down to make sure that we are starting from a good place. So let's get started.
I used to take myself out on dates, open my own damn doors, pay for everything on my plate. Sometimes I'd even get the steak, cause I got it like that. Always had my own bag, never needed no man to rely on. Got 2 good shoulders to cry on. I was alright on my own till I fell, but it wasn't fake. And I couldn't tell at the time, but I was my own soulmate. It's like I forgot I was fine, let you treat me any kind of way. Now I'm free, you gotta celebrate. You couldn't see everything and stay. That I wasn't afraid to say, yeah. If I gotta choose me, I won't be afraid to. If I gotta choose me, I gotta do what I gotta do. When I love you, I lose me. Now I can't be attached to you no more. I like me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better, I like me better, yeah, yeah. I like me better, I like me better when I wasn't yours. I like me better, I like me better, yeah, yeah, yeah. I gave you all that you asked of me. You like the view from behind, but you won't make an ass of me. That's why I'm saying goodbye. Hopping out my feelings, get to the money. Gotta keep it 100. Leaving you ain't really took nothing from me. So don't come looking for me. I'm that bitch and I have it. You forgot, but I haven't. You was just a no habit. So I'ma disappear like magic. I'm that bitch and I have it. You forgot, but I haven't. Now you wish that you had it. But all I gotta say back is, if I gotta choose me, I won't be afraid to.
Alright, so this is going to be a bit difficult today because I have to paint this entire room with all of these things in it. We do not have space, and it's me alone doing this right now, so I don't have anywhere to put these things. So I'm basically just going to bring everything to the center of the room, take it off of the walls, paint the walls, and then push it back. So that's not all. It's obviously not the best way to do things, but that's what we're working with right now. I'm not really going to show you all me painting. It's not really that important. I'm going to paint, and then I'll show you guys what the next step is that we're going to go into. I just have a roller and a paintbrush, and we're going to paint. Alright, so the whole room is totally discombobulated. Everything is not where it's supposed to be. However, the walls are white. It is 7:05 and I just have one more wall to give a second coat, but the walls are white. That is a great start. The first step to doing this makeover. And look at me. This is a lot. This is a lot. But I wouldn't even lie, I love painting. So I don't mind. I'll have a nice long shower afterward. But yeah, if you look, it's my nice white walls. Morning. Alright, so it is Wednesday. We started the painting. Well, we did the painting on Monday. So nothing happened yesterday. Today the plan is to paint and move the shoe rack that we built into where it's supposed to be, which is this area right here. And also this entire back area is going to be covered with contact paper. So this is what the contact paper looks like that we got. And believe it or not, this decision wasn't all me. This was between Kai and I, and he actually picked this. So we're gonna have a very much feature wall in this room, which is going to be this entire brown space behind us here. So I'm about to get into it. Alright, so this is the shoe rack that we built. It still needs to be painted. Only really these sides were painted because I was just trying to dry a brush. And I just did the second to last step, which was to install the backing pieces. Now this is really makeshift, so this by no means was the backing pieces that were made for this. Actually, these were made for our smaller shelves that we have there, so I just used them, and I had to do them in a pattern to get them to fit because it's not wide enough. So this is what it looks like from the front, and as I said, it still has to paint. And then this is what it looks like from the back, right? So for this one I used screws instead of nails like I did with all the rest. So we are on to the part that I am most excited for, and that is to cover the back of this with our contact paper. Now I have 4 rolls according to Kai's measurements. This should work. I'm hoping that it does, because we are in quarantine and there is no way for me to get more of this if it doesn't. So if I'm gonna test it to see if it's gonna be enough, and if it isn't, then this entire bottom part here that you can't see is gonna be naked, and that is hella ratchet, but I don't care. We can only see the top anyway. So that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do now, and let's get started.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. You see her walking down the boulevard. She got the posture of a superstar. She looks so fly in those Gucci slides. Yeah, yeah, I wonder what she hides under her disguise. Yeah, 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 yeah. And all the girls around the world, they wanna be her. And all the dudes are trying to score like it's fever. She lives a double life, puts on a show. What's under this subtle smile, we'll never know. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her.
Let me paint a picture. I see they don't understand. Feeling like Picasso. She brushing against my hands. Seen you from around the way. You didn't give me the time of day. You be making moves that year. Who really care what Simon say? All the bad things, girl, I had.
Alright, so we've had lunch and our wonderful, beautiful, marvelous wall is done. Well, I am now going to paint the shoe rack, paint the whole thing white, the inside of it, and once that's dry, then I'm going to move all my shoes from here to the shoe rack, and then it will be time to just put things together. I have a few more very small DIYs that I want to do, so I'll show you guys those when we get to that point. Alright, so it took me a while, and honestly I was moving slowly because I have nothing else to do and I can afford to. But I have finally finished painting the shoe rack, so as you guys can see, it is the same color as the wardrobe. It is white, the same color as the room as well, and I think it looks pretty good. Now obviously this is an interesting shoe rack. It's DIY, it's very, very DIY, and that's why we put this wonderful backing behind it, so it blends in and you have no idea what's going on the other side. So it is now after 5. and I am going to move all the shoes to the shoe rack, and I may stop here for today and reconvene tomorrow, or if I'm up to it, we're gonna make some artwork for the walls. So far I had some hooks here and I just added 2 of my hats, and that's where they're gonna stay. So we'll see. I will show you guys what the shoe rack looks like when all the shoes are on it.
Look past that, call yourself a dime, I'm just trying to get my cash back. You be looking fine, so no wonder they can't match that. Louis V scarf, or I'm chilling with a dad hat. Whoa, slow it down like that, just hold me down like that. Yeah.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up.
Alright guys, so this is all I'm gonna do for today. The shoe rack is done. I'm standing right here next to it and it looks lovely, if I do say so myself. I'm really proud of how it looks. All the shoes look great on it, and yeah, that just made me happy. So I am a mess. I am going to relax for the rest of the afternoon, and then tomorrow I am going to finish with a few small DIYs just to change the aesthetic of things a little bit. Plus we are going to bring it all together with decor and all of that. So tomorrow is going to be another day of us doing this, and I think it's going to be great. Thursday. It's after 3 in the afternoon and I have a few things that I want to do. Today is all about the few DIYs and also putting everything together. So one of the things that I want to do is spray paint all of the handles on the chest of drawers and the cupboards and stuff. Let me just show you guys. So all of those handles, right, so the chest of drawers handles are silver, and then the handles on the wardrobes are white. So I just want to spray paint all of it black because I have some black spray paint lying around, and I think it will bring it together really nicely. I also want to spray paint my floor length mirror black as well. It's currently white. I think just doing it in black will create a nice aesthetic. Yeah, I think that is all. And then I want to style the shelves. I want to clean the entire room and make sure everything is in its place, and then that's gonna be it. So let's get started with the first thing. All right, so it's all painted. You can see the paint in my hands. While I'm waiting for it to dry, I am going to start styling the shelves. So I have a bunch of stuff that's already on one shelf. Most of it is mine because, yeah. So I'm going to move this. This will be my shelf, and then the one in the corner will be Kaya's shelf. And yeah, let's just make it pretty.
How could you say this every time? This is the new world you told me lightly.
So for my shelves, I also want to move some of the things that I have taking up space on the desk over to the shelf so that I can get more desk space. So let's just start by clearing it up.
Like that, I don't really like that. And how can you paint all the colors of my...
Alright, so this is actually a DIY that I had for a long time, a few years now actually, and it's just one of those shoe boxes with the lid attached, and I covered it with, of course, marble contact paper, and I took another box and created these sections inside. It's not necessarily pretty, but it works. So in here I house a lot of my random electrical stuff and a few stationery items as well. So that's what that looks like, and this is very important to me. So I have this beautiful snake plant here that I absolutely love, and I'm so excited to have this. So I'm going to give it its rightful place at the top. I also have a bunch of vases and jars with, you know, different stationery items in them, so I'm gonna add them to my shelves as well.
Where I can be myself.
Alright, so that one was very simple. I'm going to just tidy my husband's shelf. He doesn't have all of the things that he needs for it, so I won't be able to do his own totally just yet, but I'm just going to tidy it and make it look a little better than it looks right now.
Where I can be myself. Oh, and how could it?
Alright, so I wanted to show you guys this. This is really exciting to me. So I got this little letterboard, and I got it from MDAD's. That is a stationery store upstairs. I think that's Excellent Mall at the corner of Park and Frederick Street. Right, so I got this randomly. I wasn't looking for anything and I saw this. This was only $33.50, and yeah, it's so cute. It doesn't have all of the letters that I would like. However, we're going to make it work. So I'm thinking to put this as a little sign right on the wall that we created with our contact paper. But however, if I put it there and I realize that it's looking a bit, you know, you'll know what I mean, then I'm thinking I will actually just put it on the door as the sign for the room, so to speak. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this and I'll show you guys what it looks like. You see? Look how nice it's looking. Look, 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 look. Look. You see it? Look at it. Look at it. It looks pretty good. It's not completely centered, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. So, yeah. Alright, so moving on. I think it's centered between the desks, but not between the wall, you know. Anyway, so the back of the room where the closet is located is a bit dark, and that is because the lights, both of the lights in the room are actually centered, which is more toward the front of the room because we didn't split the room evenly. So what we did is we got these lights. They have switches on them and they are battery powered, and we got these from CVS Cash and Carry. That is in Aranguez, close to the highway there by the roundabout. Yeah, there. CVS is a great place to check if you are from, you know, this area or don't mind coming to this area. They have a lot of great stuff. So we got these lights and they're actually really bright. Prepare for it. Yay! I am really happy with the light that it provides. So we have 3. I am going to put this one on the wall right above the long mirror, right? So just to create some light in that space, we have these lights, and the other 2 are going inside the wardrobe itself to create more light in that area as well. All right, so final DIY. I have printed these pictures, and this is Bristol board sheets. So I just did these pictures on it, and I love black and white art, so that is why you see black and white art all over my house. And this is the last one, and I want to do a mini gallery wall on this wall right here behind me, this wall behind me here. Now, as you guys can see, it is not that much space. It's very small, and I can't go overboard with it. What I have that I thought would be nice, I have 2 extra sheets of the backing that I used for the shoe rack, and I want to use this as the picture frame for 2 of them. So I'm thinking to do one horizontal and one vertical, the ones that have the smaller borders. The smaller border, that's the border, as opposed to this one, which has a large border. So one is going to be horizontal and the other one is going to be vertical. I'm thinking to just put it in the middle of this frame, like so. And like so. So that is what the artwork is going to look like. Stagger it and then put the rest there. That is the thought that I have. Now I know some people are going to wonder, why am I doing this? Why not just use picture frames? We're in quarantine. I can't get any picture frames right now. So this is very much temporary until I get some picture frames and we can fix it up. But yeah, that's the thought behind it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright guys, so every time I think I'm done, I figure out another thing to do. So we have this picture frame, and this is a 16 by 20 picture frame, and we got this from the home store. And we really wanted to put one of our wedding pictures in this because we don't have any of our wedding pictures printed out. Now obviously everywhere is closed, so whatever I chose to do, I had to be smart about it, right? So I've just had this sitting down there for the longest while, and I wondered just now if there was a way to print big images on a regular printer. We have a regular HP DeskJet, right? So the biggest thing we can print is a legal size sheet, right? So I just did some digging up on some searching on the internet, and I found a way, and I thought that I would share it with you guys. So let me share it. Alright, so this is the image that I wanted to print, and what I did is I just opened this. This is a regular image, but I just opened it in Adobe Acrobat, right? Adobe Reader, Adobe Acrobat Pro DC, whatever version you have, right? I just opened it in Adobe. So here we have our picture. Now I would also mention these are the images that we got from the photographer. So this is a high quality image, right? You would want to do it with a high quality image, because if you don't, then you risk the chance of it being really blurry when you blow it up, right? So what I did once this was open, I just went to print right there, very easily, very simple. And here where you see size, so this is where I am. You have size, which is regular printing, and then you have poster. So I went to poster. Size is going to look like this, just your regular stuff, but I went to poster. And with poster, what it does is that it cuts up your image, it blows it up and then cuts it up into different pages. So this created 8 pages of the image, and then it printed only a certain part on each page. I also added cut marks so I can know exactly where I'm going to cut. So I selected that option. You can do portrait or landscape. I wanted it landscape, so I selected landscape. And then in the advanced options, I also chose to print it in monochrome or black only, whatever that means for you. Right now our printer is giving some trouble, plus I really just like black and white imagery, right? So I'm taking this fully colored image and printing it in black and white only. I want to say this, do not print it in grayscale if you mean only one black and white, because it's going to pick up the pinks of the image, and that's not what you want, right? So once I had that, I selected print, and I printed out my 8 sheets, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it came with these really tiny cut marks, so you know where you're cutting from across and where you're cutting from down. And this also gave me a bit of a border, and you have little pieces of image on each page, and when you put it all together like a puzzle, it creates the image that you want. So right now I am going to just cut out these, and I may have to cut out the border. I may do it simply up to the line, just because this seems to be the tiniest bit bigger than the frame that I have. So that's what I'm going to do now, cut it out. I am going to use some regular scotch tape, but I'm going to stick it at the back, not at the front, so that you'll see the lines. I'm going to stick it from the back, put it together, and that's it. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Okay, last DIY. I promise I'm just enjoying this so much. I don't really want it to end, but it has to. So lastly, I have this clipboard. I put marble contact paper on it. This was from some time before, but I just realized that I still have it. And what I just did was wrote to do on top with some with a gold marker. And what I'm going to use this as is actually a bulletin board. So I'm going to put it right here close to my station, and what I'm going to use is like thumbtacks and post-its and so on to stick things that I need to do or to remember onto this. So just a really cool way of doing this. Another version of this, if you guys have it, if you have an extra picture frame lying around, you can put some contact paper or some wrapping paper or something cute that is to your aesthetic on the inside of it, and actually write on the glass as if it was a whiteboard, and it will easily erase. It wouldn't do the same on this, which is contact paper. Most likely if I want to erase this, it wouldn't come off. So that's why I'm going to use this more as a bulletin board than a whiteboard.
Let's get girly.
I told you that it was gonna come out good, and I am in love with this piece. A lot of my family members have already been by and have been able to see it, and they're all very happy with the outcome, and we of course are very happy with the outcome as well. I think we have defined our style in this room. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous, it's also very functional for us, and we're able to also close off some spaces and keep it as messy or as clean as we want it to be without it disturbing other spaces, and I'm really happy about it. One thing that I did not mention while I was taking you guys through it was that we painted the walls, and it made all of the difference. All of the difference. All. So we had no intentions of really painting anything in this apartment when we came in, but I think I'll be painting a few more rooms. Just a little bit. Not all, but a few. Because I just am a sucker for white paint. And as you guys can see, it makes the difference. You know, I think that was really what brought this space together, and I don't think it would have looked that good if we left it in that horrible purple paint. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you all like it. As I said, this is the first in a series of home style makeovers, and I'm really excited to keep bringing it to you Also, a lot of y'all have actually reached out to me since doing my last video, which was Rochelle's kitchen makeover, and you have expressed that you have a space that you would like to get some assistance with making over, and I am very excited and very happy to help anyone. So this is an official call. If you have a space that you would like to get made over and you would like my help to make it over, then you can send me an email at this email address right here. And let's talk, let's chat, let's see what we can do, let's see what trouble we can get into, let's see what magic we can come up with, and let's work together. I am so excited about being able to do more of this content. If I'm being very honest, this was what I wanted my channel to get to when I first started. These were my intentions, to be able to do other people's spaces for them, and I know I still have some proving of myself to do. I have to do a few more spaces for you guys to see the potential and what I can actually do, but when you guys see it, I know that for sure you guys are gonna like it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope that you like and share and also subscribe if you like what you see. And until the next time, namaste babies. Bye.